Hi, I'm JD, and what we're going to be doing today is finding the absolute max and absolute min of this function x over, and that's x squared plus 4 on the closed interval 0 to 3. So if you would, pause the video and see if you can try this one on your own. Alright, so first things first, you set this, you first take the derivative. Now, to take the derivative of a quotient, use the quotient rule. The quotient rule is g of x squared, and you're taking the derivative of f over g. And then the top would be g times f prime minus g prime, it switches, times f. So let's do it that way. Alright, so the bottom is x squared plus 4, and that whole thing is being squared. In the numerator, you have g, which is just this, x squared plus 4, times 1, so I'm just going to leave it like that. And then you have the derivative of, this right here, which is 2x. Now, this is just x. So, on the top, now this, it's impossible for it to be 0. So I'm just going to focus on the top. So I have x squared minus 2x times x is x squared plus 4. Right? And I just rearranged it. So I'm going to simplify it further. I'm going to combine like terms. So that's a negative x squared plus 4. Now I'm going to factor out a negative 1. When I factor out a negative 1, I have x minus 2. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. You have x squared minus 4. And that's equal to negative 1 parentheses x minus 2 x minus x plus 2. Sorry. You get extrema. You get your critical values this way, and you set each of them equal to 0. So you're going to get one at x equals 2, and the other one at negative 2. Again, since you're dealing with a closed interval, which one of these do not fall between 0 and 3? Right, the negative 2. So I just need to focus on the endpoints, because you're going to get extrema at the endpoints, but also your critical numbers. So you have 0, 2, and 3. So you just plug all those in. 0, right? And then you have 0 plus 4. What's that going to be? Just 0. Next, you plug in a 2. You have 2 here. And then in the denominator, you're going to get 4 plus 4. So you have 2 over 2. I'm going to write it here. You get 2 over 8, which is equal to 1/4, which as a decimal is 0.25. Sometimes it's easier to see it as a decimal as opposed to a fraction, so that's why I converted to a fraction. Oh, sorry, to a decimal. Then you have a 3, so you have 3 over, this is 3 squared. 3 squared is 9. 9 plus 4 is 13. So that's 3 over 13. Now, what I'm going to do is take my handy dandy calculator, right? It's handy dandy. Turning it on will help. 3 divided by 13. And that is approximately 0.23. So Notice the lowest value. The lowest value is 0. So this is my absolute min. This is not, right, 0.23, because 0.25 is greater. So at 2, I have an absolute max. And that's it.